Is anyone having more fun right now than the Ravens? And here's one of the reasons why. Lamar Jackson's QBR last night was 99.7. It's his third game with a QBR of at least 99. He has now played the best 3 games by any quarterback in the last 5 seasons, and he is the first ever to have 3 such games in the history of this metric, which goes all the way back to 2006. So I know it is my job to come up with interesting questions. But at some point, I just have to say, Marcus, what? I mean, what are we seeing here?
We are seeing generational talent. We're seeing one of one, right? And look, you want to describe him in so many ways, but the one way to describe Lamar Jackson is you've never seen this before. Stop the comparisons. I said it last night, G. Stop comparing Lamar Jackson to anybody you've ever seen play in the league. I know we love to say Michael Vick. I know we talk about Randall Cunningham and how athletic those guys were. There has never been a Lamar Jackson to play in the NFL. And now the fact that he's delivering the ball from the pocket as patient and seeing defenses like he is, this is transcendent talent that we've never seen before.
Dan, he had you Googling words so you could figure out how to describe what you're saying.
On the drive in this morning, I was Googling words like, what would be something, how do you describe something that is indescribable? That's what I was Googling, just to try to find words to describe. Like, I have nothing. I would love to sit here and sound smart. There's an artist by the name of Chris Tomlin who literally has a song, Indescribable. And that's the only thing I could think about right now. That when I watch him play, I'm trying to figure out, what am I watching? Like, first of all, you don't know where the football is. I don't know if anybody else saw this or felt this way when they were watching the game last night, but even on the television, I have no idea where the football is. Imagine playing on the field and trying to stop it, but right now, it's just indescribable. I've said it's indefensible right now as an offense, and to me, I can't sit here and put Lamar Jackson in a box and say he is this. Right now, he's, you know when you're holding a water balloon and water starts coming out, there's a hole and it starts popping, you put your thumb on it, and then all of a sudden there's another break and you put your thumb on it, and then all of a sudden there's another one, you're like, wait, you can't, you run out of fingers to try and stop
Greeny,
the
you got a
leak of
word
this
yet?
offense.
At some point, you're just going to get a new balloon. But in this case, there's really nothing you can do to stop this guy. And have we mentioned, by the way, that he's 22 years old? Have we mentioned, by the way, that Joe Burrow, who is probably going to win the Heisman, is older than Lamar Jackson is right now? Lamar won the Heisman when he was 19 years old. And last night, he became the first player in NFL history with 3,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards in his first 2 seasons. And by the way, he still has all this time left to go in this season. He is genuinely doing things no one has ever done before. Here's the crazy thing.
How many guys in the NFL that are so good and you want to watch them that even in the blowout, you leave the television on? Like, that game was a blowout, and I was like, I don't want to turn it off.
Gee, it's not supposed to happen in the NFL. This is the best the world has to offer. And for an individual to make other guys look like they shouldn't be in the NFL, like there's another level to where I play where you guys can't reach, that is crazy to watch.
You were telling us in the meeting you want to talk a little bit about Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, and something they're doing.
Absolutely. For as much as we are lauding Lamar Jackson, we have to give Greg Roman credit as well. Because Greg Roman is literally going into weeks of preparation and saying, Lamar, you go be you. I'm going to put you in the best possible situation. The number one thing that a player needs from a coach is to feel like you are putting me in a position to succeed. And Greg Roman is doing this. We talk about Lamar, but we see Mark Ingram balling at a high rate like his younger years with the New Orleans Saints. Snead, we see Marquise, we see Andrews. This whole offense is operating at a premium level. And look, we can say it's because of Lamar Jackson, but there are some things Greg Roman is doing offensively that other teams are having to pay attention to, and I think would work if Lamar Jackson wasn't playing quarterback.
So then they're indefensible. No one can stop them. They're going to win the championship, right?
I'm not going there yet.
Okay.
I'm not going there yet because
I am.
Because of who, I mean, this is, New England is still there. They're still in the NFL.
They boat race New England.
You know what's the crazy thing was the Rams gave up 44 points in the last 4 games that they played. They got 45 hung on them last night.
Yeah, Hembo told me this morning, our football power index, our analytics give New England and Baltimore basically a flat-footed tie as the favorites in the AFC. We have much more on Lamar Jackson as our morning continues. And oh, by the way, we'll talk about the Rams, who are in all kinds of trouble as well. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.